raised some funding, as we reported, and it's a tough fundraising environment right now, but we understand that it was significantly lower valuation than in previous rounds in the past. Why is that?
I think the business previously was valued on this idea that the Foursquare app would grow up and be a Facebook, a Twitter, a Snapchat. And I think what we started realizing a couple of years ago is, that wasn't the destiny for the apps. The destiny was to make these things that we have tens of millions of people that love, but we actually don't need 100 million, 300 million people to be using them every day in order to make a profitable business. And so when we went back and we started talking to investors about, well, what is this business? What is the business? How is it evolving? What's it going to look like 2 years from now? Really what Jeff and I have been working on with the rest of the Foursquare team has been, how can we build these amazing consumer apps that we know throw off tons of data and interesting insights about what's going on in the real world, and then how can we monetize that data through relationships with developers and enterprises and advertisers. And that's been working out fantastically well for us. As part of that process, we had to go and do a little bit of a reset on the expectation evaluation, but I feel like we're in a really good spot now.
Yeah, we were able to think about the business the way you think about a public company, and real revenue, real business now growing fast, and so we were able to value it. And before it was kind of valued on this early hype, and so I think we feel really comfortable. And smart investors like Morgan Stanley and others putting, Union Square Ventures, Andreessen and others, they see they won't invest unless they can triple to 10x their money, and so they all are voting with their feet, and it's a testament to the success over the last 20 months of the business growing. And it's hard in this environment, and I know a lot of startups out there, and unless you're showing real traction and you have enormous potential, you're not able to raise big round in these terms. So we're really proud of the team and how far we've come.
What are you planning to do with the new funding? I understand you might expand to Asia. You have some announcements there.
Yeah, well, something to note is thanks to the funding, we've actually hired 35 people year to date, both here in New York and in San Francisco. So for the representative of the city, we continue to be a made in New York company, and we're headquartered here in Soho, but we added 35 people. We're adding people from top companies like Apple and Accenture and ThinkNear and Radium One and others. And we also hired a head of Asian BD, and we're opening offices in Asia. Jeremy Geiger, who is CEO of Retailligence, is coming over to run Asian BD for us. We have a ton of customers in Asia, folks that have built up over the last few years. Tencent is a customer, Samsung is a customer, Grab Taxi is a customer. So Jeremy will be going back and forth between Singapore and Shanghai, building up our partner network. And so the $45 million we raised in January is letting us staff up in engineering, particularly in enterprise and media sales, so we can get the word out and keep growing at the pace we've been growing.
Also worth noting that we are continuing to hire, and so if you are interested, foursquare.com/jobs, come check it out. It's a great place to work.
Yeah. Look at that.